Hello and welcome to the Chicago Tribune's Bear Download. I'm Rich Campbell. This is Dan Wiederer. We are here in Orlando at the NFL annual meetings where...
Tropical edition of
Yeah,
Bear
that's
Download.
right. Humid and a lot warmer than where you're probably watching this. Dan, we've had a chance this week, as the meetings have gotten going, to talk to some of the Bears' top executives, Chairman George McCaskey in particular, talking about the possibility, or more accurately, the unlikelihood of a Soldier Field ever hosting a Super Bowl. There's a lot of hurdles involved. Basically, this doesn't seem to be going anywhere, and I think the storyline, although brought up by Mayor Rahm Emanuel last month after the outdoor Super Bowl in New York, really doesn't go much further than this.
It's been an ambitious push by the mayor to try to create some excitement, but as you talk to folks within the Bears, it's clear that the hurdles are there. Obviously, the city would be able to handle it from an infrastructure standpoint, but you have the weather, you have, more importantly, the seating capacity of Soldier Field, and it doesn't sound like there's anything in the works to sort of expand on that seating capacity for anything other than increasing the fan enjoyment. There's no push by the Bears organization to get that Super Bowl, so that seems like a bit of a dead-end road right now.
Right, and George McCaskey yesterday said that the NFL requires a stadium with a capacity of 70,000 to host the Super Bowl. Soldier Field only has 61.5. They would have to figure out a way to expand capacity within the footprint of the structure that already exists. There would have to be studies done for that. It's not exactly a high priority. And at this point, both Bears president Ted Phillips and George McCaskey said there's just no push for it right now. And after the winter we've had, it doesn't exactly sound like a fun idea or a logical idea for the league to want to host a game there in February.
Think about the weather in February. Think about the weather this whole winter, not only the snow, but the sub-zero temperatures. There's a lot of logistical things that would be a nightmare there. Another thing that seems to be heading toward a little bit of a dead end here is this proposal by the New England Patriots, which will be discussed today in meetings and voted on before the end of league meetings, to move the PAT back. Now, they've taken a very dramatic stance on this and asked that it be moved back to the 25-yard line, essentially creating an extra point that would be a 43-yard field goal. You talked to coaches at the AFC Coaches Breakfast this morning, and there's a lot of reluctance to jump on that, but it sounds like there's at least something to stimulate a discussion on what can be done to make that play more significant, I guess, in the game, because it's become such a formality.
Right, and if you look at the history of the NFL on these types of issues, replay is one example.
Maybe the
two-point conversion. A lot of these changes often take several years to really gain hold, and I think what we're in right now is just part of that process, that where it's going to maybe gain traction, the discussion pushes the issue forward a little bit, but we're not close enough to really get some type of major change for the 2014 season.
And Bill Belichick talked this morning about some of the changes that have been made to take away things you can do to block extra points. And so this seems to be his sort of push to stimulate a discussion on that. You've limited what we can do as a defense. Extra points are good 99.9% of the time. Let's figure out a way to fix this.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how some of these proposals shake out as the meetings head toward their conclusion on Wednesday. And, of course, Wednesday we hear from Mark Trestman at the NFC Coaches Breakfast. A lot of ground to cover with him. And just keep it locked to chicagotribune.com for more updates while we're down here. And for Dan Wiederer, I'm Rich Campbell, and that'll do it for Bear Download.